a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right into it with some clickbait news and a big announcement that came out yesterday by way of WWE concerning WrestleMania, not for just this year or next year, but the following year, for the next 3 years. It was a big announcement that aired during the Saturday NFL football games. So they officially announced the dates and locations for WrestleMania, as I said, for the next 3 years. So there's been a lot of speculation and rumors of where WrestleMania was going to take place this year. I know originally, before the pandemic, it was supposed to take place in LA at the new SoFi Stadium, but obviously COVID hit, the pandemic's been going on, and so a lot of people were assuming things were going to get pushed back, especially here in California with all the strict COVID stay-at-home orders and whatnot, and just the chances of something happening down in LA was probably slim to none, especially we're still just trying to figure out the whole vaccine situation, how to get it out there to the masses. So a lot of people were speculating that it was going to be a make good. Since it didn't take place in Tampa last year, it was going to be in Tampa Bay this year. So it is official. So WrestleMania this year is going to be happening from which stadium is that, Tommy? It's the Raymond James Stadium.
Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So in Tampa Bay, WrestleMania 37. And it's going to be 2 nights this year, Saturday, April 10th. Sunday, April 11th. So 2 nights once again, just like it was last year.
Just like Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, and then WrestleMania 38 next year is going to be Sunday, April 3rd, 2022 at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, or technically Arlington.
Yeah, it's Arlington.
But also home of the Cowboys. And first time back there since WrestleMania 32, which was 2016.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, WrestleMania 39 will be down in LA, the new SoFi Stadium, April 2nd, Sunday, April 2nd.
Home of the Los Angeles Rams and Chargers.
Yeah, 2023. So exciting stuff. Richard, you and I, we were talking off the air. We really enjoyed the announcement video for this. It was like a WrestleMania news, right? It was like a reporter situation. It was like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah. What was the show that Gorilla Monsoon had? Where there's like that.
Oh my God, I'm totally spacing on it now.
I am too.
Was
and
it
I don't know
All-Star
why.
Wrestling?
No.
But I mean, we saw Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, husband and wife, inside a mock newsroom.
Yeah.
Triple H had a wig on, some glasses. He was going by the name Henry E. Panky, and Stephanie McMahon was I need to feel a man. Sorry, you sound like great, like prank, like Bart Simpson prank call names for Mo.
Yeah. Calling Mo, prank calling Mo. Yeah.
But Stephanie or Anita kept calling Triple H or Henry as Hank, so therefore
Hanky
Panky. So, but yeah, Richard, just kind of your thoughts on overall just the announcement of WrestleMania. I mean, me personally, I was excited. Okay, WrestleMania this year will be 2 nights once again, but just a little bit interesting. Looks like LA is going to be pushed back for a couple years now.
That's fine. I mean, the world we're living in right now, I mean, everything's pushed back because they're just doing their make good for 2020's WrestleMania. So they're just moving it back. Primetime wrestling, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah,
That's what it was.
I thought the video was a lot of fun. Everything about it was funny. It reminded me of old DX. Their hijinks. But I mean, I love the John Cena aspect of it, where they couldn't see him. And then he just pops screen in. Yeah, and he's highly unprofessional, not knowing that they're recording.
Sasha Banks. So they cut the Sasha Banks first. Or no, was it Sasha Banks first? No, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was first, and he's like, I'm the head of the table, and just Paul Heyman and them were just announcing, Tampa Bay this year, 2 nights. Then they cut back to Sasha Banks, who was being a reporter, and the person comes walking up and kind of reveals everything that she was supposed to say. She grabs the paper and then rereads it. She's like,
I thought that was a great detail. The fact that the girl just spoiled everything.
And Sasha's like, you heard it here first from me. And then John Cena comes out, Mr. Hollywood now, to announce WrestleMania coming to LA. So it's very interesting. So okay, cool. I'm happy. City of Tampa Bay is going to get the make good for WrestleMania this year. And then a little surprise, though, Texas is going to get it next year. Just like you said, I think everything's being pushed back because of the pandemic. We don't know how things are going to be in the coming months. I know Biden and the new administration have apparently a COVID plan as far as vaccines concerned. Tommy, what were you saying about Fauci? He was hoping like if America can get to like 60 or 70%, we can kind of get back to normal again.
Yeah, somewhere around 70 to 80%. That's the normality rate they want to go for. And
people with the vaccine?
With the vaccine.
Okay.
And hopefully that will be probably by the end of summer, early fall.
Yeah. So they haven't made an official announcement of how it's going to look for this year's WrestleMania, if fans are going to be allowed in attendance. I know Florida and their rules are a little more soft than other states, but
DeSantis.
But maybe like, Richard, as we saw at Wrestle Kingdom this year, it was a smaller capacity. I think it only had 20,000 people, but they were kind of actually most of them were on the floor sitting next to each other, which I was kind of shocked by. But maybe with the big football stadium, they can do it pods where people sit in sections in their respected party.
Yeah. No matter what, it's going to be a better attendance than last year.
Yeah,
definitely. Exactly.
Definitely.
And then
because they've been doing that with the fights, that have been held in Texas in Dallas or San Antonio or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like sparse crowd, just kind of spread out.
So that makes sense why they're going to probably go to Texas next year, because who knows, the state of the country even a year from now. So
I mean, you look at something like that or New Japan. The difference between New Japan having people in attendance and us is that the Japanese people have been a lot better about dealing with this virus than we have, because we've had so many people denying it.
Yes. Yeah. And they've been wearing their mask every day.
They've been following the rules.
Following the strict guidelines.
Yeah. I mean, I know they had a little outburst recently, but I mean, I think it's partly because of the holidays and whatnot. But but anyway, it's exciting. So it looks like next year, Texas, just because, like I said, the rules are also softer there, just like in Florida. Yeah. So big stadium. Who knows how much of a capacity they'll be able to have even in Texas. So my interpretation is like they want LA to be the big one, the Hollywood one. They want a full capacity sellout crowd. So they're like, you know what? Let's push it back to 2 years, because hopefully by then the complete pandemic will be done with.
Well, and if you look at it, had they moved ahead and done LA this year, Los Angeles is the second worst city in the United States right now for the virus, so it doesn't make sense to do it.
So who knows even, if Governor Newsom will even allow it to happen too. That's the other thing. So there's a lot of politics with just the state of California. So, it kind of bums me out. It's like, 2 years, got to wait for come back to California. Because I was really, before the pandemic, I was anticipating like, do a road trip, go to WrestleMania this year. No, I gotta wait 2 years, but hey, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then I'm kind of curious, like, for fans can come to attendance this year's WrestleMania. Even the press, is press going to be allowed as well? I mean, there's a lot of questions in my head.
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, with that's going to be it's 3 months away. So who knows how different the country is going to be in 3 months.
It just means we save our money more for the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
I
mean, I would love to go to Texas as well. Maybe next year, hopefully things will be better at that point. So,
and we'll be taking our vaccines already.
Have our vaccines by then. Hopefully there's no travel restrictions, or I know of my work personally, if you travel more than 150 miles from where you live, you automatically have to quarantine for 14 days. So, so that kind of puts a speed bump. Yeah, if I was even just thinking about going to WrestleMania this year, but who knows? At this point, probably not going to happen. But
just stay at home, folks.
Yeah, wear your mask, be smart, be like Drew McIntyre with his PSA, which we'll get into in a second. But nonetheless, hey, WrestleMania season's almost here. Royal Rumble 2 weeks away. I love this time of the year, Richard. Just there's so much great wrestling between Wrestle Kingdom, Royal Rumble, and then the road to WrestleMania. So good stuff. So very excited with that announcement.